on. I don't like all of the reflection today. Why is there so much reflection? Hi, the Pre-Love Revival. Hello, Shema. Speak crazy. I love that name. Hello, hello, Nietzsche. Hello. Hi, everybody. Emmy, welcome in. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Sonic Wave. Hello. How's Sonic doing today? Good morning, Shema. Speak crazy. I love that name. I just love that name. It's a great name. I love memorable names. They work really well. Home Revival BC. Hello, how are you? How is everything your way? Is it sunny and warm or is it rainy? We've had rain for like it feels like forever now. I keep saying April showers bring May flowers, etc., etc. But oh, thank you, She Must Be Crazy. Yes, I'm glad to be back. Thank you, Home Revival. Hi, Cat 2663. Welcome in. Yeah. So if you, for those who don't know, my mother, who had dementia, past tense now, so spoiler alert, had dementia, and she took a turn for the worse, sort of the late stages of it, where she started refusing food and water. So, and she had just come out of a bout of COVID, because it just keeps going around. Yeah, so she went into palliative care, and luckily my daughter was around the Easter weekend, visiting from Ottawa, so we were able to sit there with mom and spend time with her, and she passed on April 4th, Saturday. So it's my father died on, I have a morbid sense of humor, so trigger warning for anyone who doesn't like morbid sense of humor, but, or I don't know, it's not gallows humor exactly, but my father died on Christmas Day. My mother's brother died on Remembrance Day, and my mother died over Easter weekend. I thought she was going to wait and hit Easter Sunday to like actually make it Easter, but she did the Easter weekend, so I think it counts. So it's sort of like, it's a family joke that, you know, like I was said to my daughter, she is gonna go this weekend, because it's like just, it is what it is. So she's not suffering anymore. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your condolences. You're so sweet. So I'm still, I also put myself into a flare. So I've been physically recovering, but also dealing with all of the estate stuff. There's so many people to call, and there's like, and just to do the, like, her cards, and then the banks, and then both banks screwed up. So I have to go back to both banks. So right after I finish this show today, I'm going to be racing to go to the TD bank to deal with them, because they messed up. Yeah, so, and the lawyer is ready. So I have to go to the lawyer after I get back, because I'm still going to the Seller Summit in Austin, Texas. So I'm going to go to that. And then when I get back, I will finalize things, sign things off with the lawyers, and then, you know, etc. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Hello, Eld. And thank you, Donna. How are you, Donna? DJE, how are you? Oh, new picture. I like it. Thank you, everybody, for the condolences. You're so sweet. Risky Nikki, hello, hello. I like that name. Angela Lynn, hello, how are you? Shop with Danny is in the house. Hello, hello. Okay. So, Pitbull Sue, how are things with you? Oh, that rhymed. Oh, I'm a poet and didn't know it. Okay, so today we're going to be, it's Fashion Friday, which means it's a seller chat, where we're going to be talking with a seller who today is Anita Hassan, and I am so excited to talk with her. She's new to Whatnot. So I like these kind of conversations. I think they're really important, because she's at the beginning of her Whatnot journey. And I think that these type of conversations are really valuable, because other people are watching who are thinking about starting their Whatnot journey, or are brand new, and that this is gonna be a conversation that you're going to identify with and understand, and we're going to talk through things. So it's going to be awesome. Megahertz, what's up? How are you, Jeff? Hi, DJE. So all right, I got my handy dandy tablet so I can pin stuff as needed. Ooh, the Whatnot app is updating. Please hold. The Whatnot app is updating. So I didn't update. Always update your apps before you start. She must be crazy. So this is perfect. Looking to start soon as well. Yeah. So it's like we're gonna talk through things. You're sick. Oh no, Jeff. I hope you feel better soon. Sending you lots of healing vibes. So when Melody comes, so Anita, the way it's gonna work. Good morning, Donna. The way it's gonna work is Anita will. Sorry, Melody is going to come on first, and she's going to introduce our guest, and then I will bring Anita on, and we'll just have a conversation. And I promise no hard questions, Anita. This is not like a job interview or anything. There's Melody. Hello, Melody. So it's not a job interview. Hello, hello. It is a chat. And we're just going to talk about experiences and share tips, and also, things that have gone wrong and how to work around those things. I think that's important to talk about too, not just the good stuff, but everything in between. Angie, good morning. How are you? How are the boys and the little baby? Yes, you're a newbie, but I love that. I love that you're a newbie. Again, we're talking with a newer seller today, and she's just at the beginning of her Whatnot journey. And this is going to be awesome because a lot of people are in the same boat. And sometimes it's nice to hear from somebody who's at the very beginning, to hear their experiences, good and bad, and then talk through them. Right. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So Melody, if you're ready, I'll bring you on if the Whatnot app is finished updating. Oh, yes, it has. Okay. Please hold. I got a blank yellow screen. Oh, 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 it's going white now. How exciting. There we go. Woo, okay. I should just I've got full bars and full Wi-Fi, so we're good there. Excellent. Yeah, usually it goes a lot faster, but I don't know. The tablet seems to be running slower today. I think it's because it's uploading a bunch of things. All right, Melody, Melody, Melody. I'm going to invite you to co-host. Confirm. All right, Melody. Melody has
Hi.
been
Hi,
invited to co-host
everybody.
there.
Welcome
Hello.
in, Fashion Fry. I'm so excited to see everybody. And Kim, I'm so excited to see you. Um, we don't have to worry about an echo
Yes.
because I do have um, AirPod in. Um, so today's guest is my soul sister. I call her my soul sister, Anita Hazan. Um, she's wonderful. She is a fairly new seller, very busy mom, trying to balance mom life and selling life. I chose her because I found that her and I have so much in common. I found that we have a lot of the same values and we have a lot of the same taste in fashion. I particularly really, really, really love her jewelry taste. Um, and I bought a lot of jewelry from her. Um, and she's a new seller. I wanted to showcase a new seller. I think it's really important with the evolution of Canadian sellers on here, on Whatnot, to showcase some newer sellers. Also, we will be having some newer sellers come on Fashion Fry in June, and I'm still taking if you're interested and you're a new seller, please contact me. I'm still booking. But without further ado,
Booking into
I'm
like
very
July now, right?
sorry?
You're booking into
Yeah,
like
I'm booking
July.
for July.
Yeah.
July. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I just thank you, Kim, and thank you, everybody. I'm just so excited to see how this project has evolved. It's been wonderful. You guys have all been so wonderful, and it's just been so fun. It's just
Oh,
been so fun. Thank you, Whatnot.
Beck
Okay,
says Beck says her. So Beck.
back for July. Okay, back. Perfect. We'll talk. We'll message. We'll talk. We'll message. Um, Yeah, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce my sweet, sweet soul sister, Anita. You can kick
Awesome.
me off
Yep.
now. Bye. I'll see you guys
See
soon.
you
I'll see you at
around
11.
11.
Yeah.
Bye. Love
Bye.
you.
Bye. Bye. Love you.
Okay. And now Anita, there she is. Oh, I have to boop that first and then invite to co-host. Did I do that right? I don't know. Invite to co-host. There, that's better. There. Okay. And just a reminder, good morning, Dave, and hello everybody else who came in.
Hi.
A reminder, I can't see my guests. I can't see you. So if it seems like I'm not reacting to something you're moving with your hands or something, it's because I can't see a freaking thing. So please use descriptive audio like I'm blind because I can't see you. It's a stupid thing that on the iPhone I can't see you. But hello, hi Anita, how are you?
Hi. Hi, I'm
Oh,
good. How are you? I'm
well,
Thank you so much for showing up today. I'm so sorry about your mom, and it just means so much to me that you've like taken the time to talk to me. I couldn't have done it. So it really means a lot to me. Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you're here. I'm really excited. Thank you for the condolences. Um, and I'm sorry that I wasn't available for others, but Melody doesn't really need me. Let's face it. I'm I'm just fluff now. Melody can do this on her own, and she probably will eventually do this on her own. She doesn't really need me, because
No,
she's
no, that's
awesome.
not true. We all need you.
No, no. I am not indispensable. So we're gonna. These are not gonna be. There's. I'm not. They're not tough questions. These are
I'm
just.
so
We're gonna.
nervous.
Like, don't be nervous. So just breathe and remember you're talking with a friend who currently can't see you. My connection is poor. Son of a nutcracker. Hang on a second. Da da da. Switch to the House of Ill. Maybe be better. Let me know. Oh, I'm frozen for a second. There. Let me know if there are any issues, folks. This is gonna. There. I think it's back. Hopefully, I'm back. Let me know if there's any issues with hearing or seeing me because I am still on
I think
Wi-Fi.
you're okay.
So if everything's does
Yeah.
okay, perfect. All right, so welcome in everyone. My guest today is Anita Hassan. Did I say that last name right?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Is it Hassan?
Yeah,
I
it's
want to double
Hassan.
check. I do not want to say anybody wrong. I mean, I do not want to say name wrong.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a
Oh,
little bit.
okay. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see if I can fix this. Please hold.
I love
We're
your
gonna
glasses, by the way.
remove that.
They're so funky.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Whenever I used to do TikToks, and whenever I did TikToks, people would ask me about the filter, and I had to go like, "It's not a filter.
Yeah, it's
It
so
ain't a
cool.
filter. It's I have them in all the different colors.
I love them.
Although I can't find my blue ones. So okay, why can't wait? Maybe I can just do this. Um, okay, so is this a little bit better? Top, yeah. What's up? Um, okay, it's better. Awesome. So basically, I've just turned off the Wi-Fi on these things, so I'm not sucking Wi-Fi out of air. And this phone's already died, so it's good. Okay, so welcome in everybody. We're talking with Anita Son today, who is a new seller to Whatnot, and I love this because we're going to be talking about her Whatnot journey, and we're just going to be having a fun conversation. So let's start quickly with how did you first discover Whatnot as a platform?
So I discovered Whatnot through I follow an influencer, and I followed her for like almost 15 years at this point. Like, she's a YouTuber. And she posted on her Instagram that she's starting to sell on Whatnot. And I think she's been doing it for like a couple of years. She's an American influencer. So yeah, she just posted on her Instagram that she was like selling these clothes, and I thought they were so cute. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, it's so cute," and then there was, like, a $15 refer code, and then, yeah, I just found her through Instagram, and then and the rest is history. I got so addicted. I was like, "Oh my god, this is best," because I couldn't go thrifting for so long because my son, he just turned 2, and he's not in daycare or anything, and even today, like, I had to, like, make sure my husband was, like, not working because he works from home. I was like, "We have to, like, move things around so I can get these few hours in," because like, I'm totally swamped all the time, so I couldn't go thrifting for, like, 2 years, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's, like, online thrifting, finally, I can, like, thrift again." So, yeah, that's how I found Whatnot.
I love
Yeah.
that. And what made you decide to go from a watcher to a seller?
So I wa ha I've been wanting to, like, sell vintage for forever. So I actually my mom has worked in a thrift store for almost 26, 27 years, like, most of my life. And so I have such a, like, close relationship with, like, thrifting from way before, it was so trendy like now. So I always loved thrifting and vintage, and then when I turned 16, I started working at the thrift store, and I worked in the thrift store for 10 years. So thrifting is just so fun. And
Oh,
then I always had the like intention to sell and resell just because I have so much. Like it literally got to a point where I was like collecting and collecting and collecting for so like, and I didn't want to just donate it back. I was just like, I had this weird attachment to it. So then once I accumulated like an obnoxious amount of stuff, I was like, okay, you know what? Why don't I start like circling things around, like, pass things on. And that way I can like, still participate and like get new things without like becoming a hoarder. So it really just came from like, oh my gosh, like I have thrifted so much stuff over the years and now I'm overwhelmed with how much stuff I have and I should like start passing things along. So yeah, that's how.
I love that. I love people who love vintage and aren't like the big Shane Shane buyers or like running to the I don't understand the concept of running to the mall to pay $70 for a t-shirt. I would
Yeah, it's
I'd rather
insane.
run to the thrift store and maybe I'll find something really epic and I have to pay $17 at like the Louvre Village with but then I got a coupon. I always have a coupon. But there's something about the hunt too, right?
So fun.
Oh, this connection keeps going in and out. Sorry, everybody. Um, we're just gonna try and plug through. We're gonna push through.
Nice.
What kind of pieces do you personally love the most?
I
Fashion
think I
pieces.
love um pieces that I have very polarizing taste, I feel. Like I love weird, funky, like unique pieces. And I also really love like high quality, simple pieces that have been around for so long. Like let's say a sweater from the 60s. Like it might be very simple, like maybe just a plain
Mm.
black sweater, but it has made it's lasted so long that it's going to last like another 20, 30 years. I love like basics like that, but I also love like funky, weird pieces that you just can't find at the mall. Like these like 80s earrings, these coral earrings, they're so weird. Or like this top that I got from Mel. It's not stuff that they're selling anymore. Or I know like Y2K and it's having a comeback, but the quality just isn't the same. There's something that gives me the ick about buying like a modern piece that's made to look vintage. I don't know. Like I'd rather like spend the time and really like look for something with a story, something that like had so many homes in the past and somehow has like ended up with me. Like it's so cool to me that like, you know, yeah, so I think I really like collecting like unique unique funky pieces and like really high quality like basics at the same time. I don't know. I am very conflicting with my taste.
No, but fashion is about taking your, your everyday high quality pieces and matching
Yeah,
them with something special, right?
yeah.
Styling. I've noticed I've been learning a lot more about fashion because I ignored it for way too long, and now I gotta like remind myself. Like it's about layering, really. So your standard piece is multiple outfits, right? So you can just mix and match. And I started following this person on Instagram. Don't ask me his name, but like he goes into people's closet and actually picks out stuff they already own and creates a whole new wardrobes out of it. Like he
Yeah.
will show them how to take the stuff there. So it's not like one of those. He's not one of those who's like, let me go take you shopping and we're going to go shopping and buy a whole bunch of brand new stuff. He's like, no, you already own all these things. So let's take all these things and put them to good use. So I
Right.
love, I love sellers like you that are thinking about how can I help a buyer create a new wardrobe that's going to last, that's going to have high quality stuff, and that they'll be able to mix and match. So I love that you're doing both.
Yeah.
The like, your really cool, awesome, like I guess what we call banger things, and then also your standard everyday, the little black dress, the perfect little pants,
Yeah.
right? The cool jeans. Um, all that stuff works together. For you when you did your first show.
Sorry, you were frozen for a bit. I couldn't hear
Oh,
the question. Sorry about
oh,
that. No, it's
hopefully it wasn't a really bad face that
no, it was fine.
I froze. Because Donna from Absolute Flipping Deals likes to save all of the frozen faces, my best frozen faces. So here you go.
Uh,
There. Donna got it. Okay. So what was the most surprising thing when you started your first show?
I think the most surprising thing was just how like I was so nervous to just start, but people are so nice. Like I remember my first show, I think Jeff like rated into me and I was like, "Oh my God, I got a rate on my first show." Thanks, Jeff. Love you. Um, but yeah, it was it was so nice and
I'm
I was just so
bad.
nervous and it was like it was totally chaotic. Like my toddler was just like screaming for me upstairs and I was like, "No, no, I need to do this." It was like I only had 45 minutes before I had to like make dinner and but it went so smoothly. It went so uh okay, once I started, I wasn't nervous at all and I think I sold out my first show because I only had like a couple of things. Like I had like just coats on my first show and yeah, so and I priced everything very reasonable because I wasn't sourcing yet. It was just stuff that
You
I like had accumulated over the years and wanted to like move along. So I think what was surprising is like how nice and welcoming everyone was um and it was like very natural and easy. It wasn't like, it didn't feel like my first show. Like once I started, it felt like, oh, okay, this is like something I would have been doing for a while, even though it was my first show, because everyone was so nice and the platform was like easy to use. And I had watched so many shows before my first show, so I like kind of knew what to expect. So yeah, it was starting that was the hard part. Like as soon as I just pressed like go live, it was like, okay, it all kind of worked out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of people are
Yeah.
nervous about that first time. I've moved upstairs if anyone's wondering. So hopefully the situation will be a little bit better now. Um so what did you actually feel? So you had good vibes, you had people right into you, megahertz, you were awesome. What felt harder than expected? Was it on the back end with shipping, or was there something that you thought was going to be easy that wasn't as easy, or did everything, had you put your expectations so low that everything was fine?
Honestly, I think I was expecting to sell nothing. I was, like, totally okay with selling nothing. I was just like, "You know what? This is, like, my first time. I just wanna just try it, and just go ahead and just, like, get over the hurdle of the first time." Because like, your first show is such, like, a buildup. It's like, "Oh my god, am I really gonna do this? Or what are people gonna think?" Or, "I'm so new. I don't even have that much stuff, blah, blah, blah." So, I really didn't have much expectations. So I think that's also why maybe it was such a pleasant surprise. I was like, "Oh my God, I sold out and I got a raid and it was actually so fun." And I didn't think about it too much. Like maybe the hardest part was like I thought that I had to like constantly be talking
Mm,
like when you go live, you're just like, okay, so there's like a few people here, and I just felt like I had to constantly be talking. But um, now I feel like when I go live, I just kind of chill out and vibe, and whoever's in the room, if they're talking, I'll reply, and it's just more of a relaxed kind of. I prefer a more relaxed show. I feel than like a really like hype, like let's sell, let's sell, let's sell, let's do this, let's do that. Like I'm very much more of like a just chill, like have some music playing, and whoever comes into the room is like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?" Have a conversation and show some pieces, and it's more relaxed. So I think my first show, I really felt like I had to like entertain almost.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest part. But either way, I was so pleasantly surprised. I like was ready to sell nothing. I was like, I'm just happy that I did it. Like I just went live and I did the thing. Like I'm proud of myself for that. And then it ended up being great.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
sometimes we put too high of an expectation on ourselves. And then we also, if you go into, one of the things that a lot of new sellers do is they go into big rooms to see big sellers. And oftentimes in categories that they're not going to be selling in.
Mm.
And then they're like, I don't want to do whatnot because it's way too like hyped and let's go, Chad, let's go, swipe, swipe, swipe.
Yeah.
Really? What are you going to sell? And they're like, oh, I was going to sell plants. And I'm like, did you go and look at a plant show? Because I've not seen a plant show yet that was like, let's go, Chad. Come on. Get this
Yeah.
wisteria before it sells out. I'm like, like if
Yeah.
you go and visit shows of all shapes and sizes in your category that you're going to mainly sell in. If you're going to sell in multiple categories, which you can do, then go and look at all those and then take what you like and leave the rest. And this is the
Yeah.
most important thing that I can say to anybody is and when you go come into one of our seller chats, any of us who do seller chats, um, take what you like and leave the rest, because um, there's no one way to whatnot. For example, Green 13, Jeremy from Green 13 does an awesome random rambling chat show on the weekends. And I love his chat shows. He's a highly intelligent man with a great business sense. I love listening to his perspective. But I also know that what he does isn't going to work for me because my business model is totally different. And I always fear when there's some new people who come in that they'll ask him questions and he has to keep saying, but like, this is just me. This is what I do. Like, that's probably not going to work for you. Cause um,
Yeah.
it's, it's like so important to take what you like and leave the rest. If you go into a show and you really like the vibe of the show and you feel like that's something I want to do, then do that. Like, there's no like trademark on any of this stuff. You're just being yourself and
Yeah.
taking the little bits that you like from other people that match you. So you're trying to find
Right.
a vibe and hang out in those rooms where the vibe is like you, where you feel the
Right.
comfortable, because the people that you meet in those rooms will become your followers, and because you're going to be engaged in the chat in those rooms where you love the vibe. whether it's a big room or a small room, and then they're gonna follow you because they're gonna like how you're interacting, and then they're gonna come into your shows because
Yeah.
they're gonna realize you're the same vibe or a similar vibe, right? I shouldn't say same vibe, you're a similar vibe. And so I highly recommend, if you go into a seller's show and their vibe instantly turns you off, then do what everyone else who gets instantly turned off by a vibe does and swipe out. Because
Yeah.
there's probably very little in that show that you're going to learn how to do your own show from. That's just
Yeah.
my, that's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, because a lot of whatnot I feel is community and like connecting with people, even more than selling. And like we all connect with people in different ways, you know what I mean? So like although like I love watching sometimes like watching those shows where it's like so hype and everyone's so excited, I was like, that's it's great, but like that's not how I connect with people in my personal life. You know, I'm not even like really a group person. I'm much more of a one-on-one person. So even in the sense of like, oh, like connecting one-on-one with like a smaller crowd and getting to know like each individual person, having some conversations, like you'll find what works for you. You'll try different things, you know what I mean? And eventually you'll never know if you don't try. Like if you're attracted to maybe I was really attracted to when my first show, maybe I was really attracted to the idea of like hype and like I really wanted this and like that and like keeping people engaged, and then it didn't work for me personally to do that. So
Yeah.
then you end up learning like, okay, no, I'm much more of a chill, like just relax, like have some conversation type of person. And maybe, you know, yeah. So like you try different things and then you see what works for you. And it's okay to like do something and it not work out. Like that's the biggest thing. It's like nothing is a failure. You know what I mean? Like I had a show a couple of weeks ago, and I don't think I sold anything. But like I had a great show. Like I love talking to people, and like it was fun, and yeah, and I realized maybe I need to, and I brought out so much stuff
Mm.
for that show, and I got very overwhelmed. So I just ended up just talking to people and not like showing. So I another thing I realized is I'm much more of a curated, like I for one show I curate a smaller sample of what I want to show, and that works better for me because that way I don't feel like overwhelmed by stuff, and then I can really just like talk to the chat and like connect with people and also show stuff. Whereas if I have way too much stuff, I'm just like, oh, okay, see this. Okay, then I have this, and then I have this, and then I'm not actually just relaxing and like connecting with people the way I want.
Yeah.
So like you try different stuff and you see what works for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you get more comfortable with the app, you'll be able to go a little bit faster sometimes. So you'll be
Yeah.
able to start fitting more of your curated items into your shows, um, if you have a timeline. Though, Franny, you're so sweet. So, yeah, I think I love
I
what you're
love
doing,
you.
which is adjusting and adapting as you need to. And that's the secret. That's the secret is pivot and adjust when you need to.
Yeah.
And if you feel like something's not working, like that show you did, then pivot and say, this is what works better for me. And then in 6 months time, you might be telling me a totally different story and saying, you know,
Right.
found this other way and now I'm doing it this way and I love it even more than I liked what I was doing 6 months ago. And that's
Yeah.
okay too. You don't have to be one thing all the time. Uh,
Yeah, for sure. For
so,
sure.
what have you learned so far that you would tell someone who's thinking about starting selling on Whatnot?
I think I would say just don't overthink it. Just just start it. Just go live. Even if you have like 10 things that you just want to like see what it's like, just do it. Just do it, see how you feel, and I guarantee like it'll just work itself out. Like as like woo woo as that sounds, it's just like don't overthink it. Like the worst thing you can do is just like overthink it and think you need to have like certain thing and like certain lighting, and you need to have maybe like a background or I don't know, like you don't need any of that stuff. Um you just need to want it, and then just start it. That's all. Just don't overthink it.
I love that. Um, so obviously I looked at your profile before I came on so I could write all my questions down. Um, so so because you're new, you know you're just starting out. Um, as you're building your business on Whatnot, what are some of the things that you're focused on improving next, with your shows or with your the store that you have on Whatnot that people can shop night and day?
Um, what do I want to prove? I don't know. I think I kind of just want to be a place where people can come and feel like they're hanging out with a friend. I think like instead of like I know a lot of sellers want to do like 1,000 sales, 100 sales. I think Whatnot for me is a lot more like community based than it's about selling. Just because also maybe that'll change once I get more time to even source. Like I just don't have any time. So when I come on Whatnot, it's like oftentimes like, oh, I have some stuff and I wanna like see my Whatnot friends and like catch up and be like, hey, how's everyone doing? And have a little bit of like a community feel. So I think what I really would want is for people to see if I'm live and be like, "Oh, Anita's live. Let's like grab a cup of tea and like hang out with Anita and like everyone." And she's just gonna be talking and chilling and a little update on her and what's going on with her family and her son. And yeah, yeah, it's just like more of like a, oh, people know me for just like hanging out, like, oh, it's like kind of like Anita's on FaceTime. Like we're just
Right.
gonna catch up with her. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
One I would suggest to you is because you're kind of doing sort of like pop-ups,
Yeah.
and so not like you're not like every Monday at X hour.
Right.
I recommend that what you do is create 10, because you can do it all at once and you can just do them like you can do it, say, repeat once a week. Do 10 shows that are called pop-up, hang out with Anita, or whatnot time with Anita. Make those shows that people can bookmark ahead of time. Um, and then you just, when you want to go live, you can put them into like December. And then when you want to go live, you just grab one of those and hit start show. You don't even have to
Yeah.
edit it to move it. You can just hit start show. You can move your shows. You can keep moving your shows as long as you don't do it on purpose. There's some people who do it on purpose to like build bookmarks, and they'll
Yeah.
purposely schedule a show from an hour from now, and then half an hour beforehand they will like reschedule it for another 2 hours just so they can keep building bookmarks. That's not okay. Whatnot is cracking down on that. But
Yeah.
if you book a bunch of shows for like June, and some of them you get to June and you haven't used them up yet, you can just move them over. Just keep moving them.
Right.
But creating some pop-up shows that people can bookmark gives bookmarks are gold on Whatnot. And Tom, the product VP of product development, said this on a Whatnot Sellers show. Bookmarks are gold. They're like the way that most people get informed that you're going live. So even though you've got a few hundred followers, most of them probably don't have their notifications turned on for all sellers when they go live. So they're
Right.
only getting notifications when they've bookmarked a show. So that's why pre just do a whole bunch of just call them pop-ups. People get that and they'll bookmark them. Just say bookmark me for pop-up hang out with Anita. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that will help build your business a little bit faster, because you're not able to do the consistency. You'll still be able to build those bookmarks. So when you're going into other people's Whatnot shows and you're going into seller chat shows, you can say bookmark my upcoming shows. I do pop-ups all the time with fun new curated vintage items. You don't have to say, if someone says share your shows, you can say I do pop-ups with fun curated vintage items. Please bookmark my shows. And I think
Yeah.
build your business.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Um, so have you thought about expanding your bio at all or brand story? Currently your bio is a little bit short, but I kind of like, sometimes I like the short and sweet. Um, but is there more that you want to tell people, or do you feel like the short and sweet is what you want to do right now? Hey, Rachel, Canadian Chief.
I
Sorry,
Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry.
go
No,
ahead.
I think maybe I want to change the bio in a, because it's very it right now when you look at it, it just looks like I'm like selling vintage. Whereas like I really want this platform to be more also community based.
Mhm.
So maybe I can change something. That's a great idea. I didn't even think about it. But maybe I can add some just like I love to hang out and like just more of like the social aspect of it as well. Because right now it's more just like, oh, what kind of things that I like collecting. Whereas like that's not even the main goal of this platform for me. So yeah, maybe I should add some of that.
Yeah, I think that will help too when people are checking out your profile. For anyone who's listening, when you go into other people's shows and you start interacting with in other people's shows, you don't go in and go, "I'm a seller. Oh, I'm going to have a show soon." If you're not in a seller chat show, if no one's invited you to share your shows, you don't pop in and say and start promoting yourself. But if you just interact with the show, if you chat with the chat, if you're fun and supportive, people click on your profile, and then if they see, oh, she's a seller too, and oh, look, her they're probably not going to click read more on the bio, so it's those first two lines that are really key, of like, with a call to action, like, why should they follow you? Think about, if you just read those two lines, would you want to click follow? Um, but people will look at your profile. A lot of people don't realize this, that you get a lot of followers just from going into other seller shows and just chatting, just being
Yeah.
yourself and chatting. You don't have to buy. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to be like, oh my god, that is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, what a great deal. You don't have to do that if you don't mean it. But
Yeah.
going in and saying, "Hi, good morning. How are you doing? I love what you're wearing." Whatever. Just be nice, and people will follow you just from that. So, but then when they go look at your profile to hit follow, then it's like those first two lines of your bio are really critical. My first two lines probably are crap. So, do as I say, not as. Um, and are you planning to? So I'm going to be talking tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about social media, how to promote your whatnot seller, whatnot business on social media, how to promote just marketing in general, but about social media and how to get attention there. Um, do you currently share your shows on social media, or are you bad like me and you don't? Because this is like, I'm going to be doing a do as I say, not as I do show tomorrow for sure. Because I'm bad. Loki, sit down. Sorry.
No, my dog was literally doing the same thing. I was like, I had to block it out. I closed the door and turned the fan on. Um, I I I know the importance of social media and I know how important that could be to like attract more people to your platform. I do have an Instagram for my vintage. Like I try and post on there, but honestly, like I wish I was better at it and I want to get better at it. I have a media background, so I went to
Oh,
school for yeah, for media and broadcasting, so like news, radio, that kind of stuff.
brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so I know like how important that is. It's so important. But like I'm out of practice, honestly. Like since I had my baby, I haven't really been I have like another podcast too about like motherhood and just personal stuff.
I love that.
And yeah, I just it's I know the importance of like advertising and attracting people to that platform, but honestly, it does take so much practice, and like it's a muscle you have to like really keep up with. Like um it just I just forget sometimes, and like going on a whatnot show, and that itself, it takes so much time and energy that I don't have. Like I don't have time. So when I sometimes I'm just like, okay, I just want to, the little time I have, I just want to come on whatnot and just like have that little connection and all that stuff. But I know like how if you do have, if you really could, uh, you know, advertise your shows, or even the things that you're selling, most really successful resellers will like put on social media before they even go on whatnot. They'll like they'll put little glimpse of the pieces that they will be going live the next week. It's like, okay, if you want these pieces, you could, you know, check out my whatnot show. And people really love that because then they know what to expect.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then the Whatnot also gives any new people who come a $15 code. So you can even like shop for free, right? So
Yeah. And
I think that
use
really
your
attracts
code.
people.
If they use your code, you get $5.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
free money.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
free money. So
Yeah,
if you can get 100 people, so if you have like, if you're in a Facebook group, even if it's a like a mom's Facebook group that you're in, you can say, hey, check out the awesome baby clothes that I just got for a steal on Whatnot. It is absolutely
yeah,
amazing. You guys should check it out. And then you add in the comment below, not in the post, but you add into the comment. If you want, you can use my referral code and you'll get $15 credit.
yeah.
Um, people like you can, there's some like mom chats that you're probably already on. Could like you could promote your referral code, and like out of 1,000 people, if 10% sign up, that's 100 people, that's 500 in
Yeah,
your pocket for like one post.
right.
They don't have to
No,
know.
right.
Rachel is thrifty asked, do they have to use it on your show? No, the credit is available to any show. So they don't even have to go into your show. So even if you're a buyer only and you're not currently a seller, you also have a referral code that you can use. We all have it. We all have, so buyers have one referral code and sellers have two referral codes. We have a buyer's referral code and a referral code to encourage people to join Whatnot as a seller. And but the buyer's referral code, anybody who's on Whatnot should be using and promoting Whatnot. Show off the stuff you just got, and in chats that make sense. Like if you're in a Pokemon collectors chat and you got an epic deal in a what do you call it, a rip, they ripped open your pack. That's what's called. They ripped your pack open, and there was an epic pokey doohickey thingy. Then share that on your social media. Share it to groups that are associated with Pokemon, and say, "I got this on Whatnot. I only paid this. How awesome is that?" And then add it in, not in, add it in the comment. It is, yeah,
Yeah.
the referral code is for new users only, but in Canada, the significant portion of the country is currently would be considered a new user. I had women coming to me. I go bowling once a week. Yes, I'm in a bowling league now. I'm that old. And I was showing them all Whatnot yesterday. Last night, I like they kept asking, so what is this again? What's this what thing? And so I was like showing people's shows, and thank you to Eastender Resales, by the way, who was doing a show last night. And I didn't say hi because I was like just demonstrating in between bowling. Um, but she had stuff in her buy it now, so I could show people what the buy it now looked like, because all the other shows I went into, nobody had anything in their buy it now. And I was like, look, you can buy it. No, you can't buy it now in that show. Never mind. Oh, wait. And then I was like, I saw Sandra was on, and I went, Sandra's on. I'm sure she'll have something in her buy it now. And I went in, and I'm like, yep, she does. And Angela Ashley too. Shout out to Angela Ashley, who also had stuff in her buy it now. Um, so I was able to show people. I just like, if it comes up in conversation all the time now, because people are like, what? Rachel Thrifty says, I had surgery Wednesday and I got all the nurses to sign up during recovery. I love that. Yeah. So, if
Amazing.
like, you know, you got 5 nurses, that's $25. And it didn't take that long to do it, right? You were in recovery, so you were stuck there anyways. So talking about Whatnot as much as you can,
Yeah.
is even just that referral code alone. Like, let's push aside the whole, like, let's promote our shows, but just promoting, I got this awesome thing on Whatnot. You could get awesome stuff too. Rachel Surti says, I signed, 3 people signed up. It's all I think about. Yeah. And then you might end up with someone who will become a seller. Like when I don't give out my seller code to everybody, because I want to be able to help the person if they do sign up. I do offer to do a couple of hours of one-on-one when they're ready. And for free, because I'm getting $100 from Whatnot if they have a successful show. But when I do see somebody that I think, hey, you know what, they might actually be good on Whatnot, I'll talk to them about it, and I'll give them the link, and I'll be like, you need to sign up. You need to.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got off track. I'm good at that. I'm good at that.
No,
So
I love it.
let's talk about the future. This is, hey, East Ender Resales. I was just mentioning that yesterday I was trying to teach Whatnot to some ladies of older than me. Thank you, Tina. I love that it's Tina Tangent. I love that. And I was just shouting out that you and Angela had stuff in your buy it now so that I could show how you can buy it now and stuff. So yeah. So thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate it. I was trying to show off and I'm like, look at what Sandra's selling. And I think or no, maybe it was Angela who's had a Heidi Doss thing, which is a very expensive piece of jewelry. And they were like, oh my God, that's so expensive. Like, but it's Heidi Doss. Like, that's a good price for Heidi Doss. And they're like, oh, well, how do you even know what that is? Beck says, I'm creating personalized stickers with my Whatnot QR code and username to put in the outside of my parcels because think of how many people see it. Yeah, brilliant. And Magnus by
Smart.
Marika in the chat right now. She does custom stickers and custom magnets that you can have your information on. There she is. So you can buy from for those who are from Canada in the room right now, you can buy from a Canadian seller on here and get custom magnets and custom stickers that you can use. So, nothing better than buying from each other, right? So
Yeah.
let's talk about the future, Anita. Where do you hope your Whatnot business, Loki, come here and get a toy. Look, Trump, Trump,
Loki is such a cute name.
come here. He is the god of so that's why we named him that. It's not low key like he's chill. It's
Yeah.
where do you hope your Whatnot business is in 6 months?
In 6 months, in 6 months, hopefully I can just be more consistent with shows. Honestly, that's like my tangible goal for the near future, just because I just don't have much time, or I'll schedule a show and then something will happen with my baby and I'll have to push it. Like I've had a show scheduled to clear out some Y2K stuff for so long, and every single time I've had to push it back. Like something comes up and I'm just like, so maybe I will just, maybe what's best for me is I'll push it back like a full month, and that way I can plan accordingly and just make sure it actually happens. Um, so I love the idea of what you said, to like pre-schedule shows, and then I can just go live whenever. Just be more consistent. I just feel like I am all like scattered all over the place. So I would love to like have a maybe a bi-weekly show that like I do consistently. If I can arrange that with with my son, and he's getting a little older, and he's in his like clingy like like even I can't even go to the washroom without without him coming
Yeah,
with me. So he's in
I
that stage.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And I think that the thing is that if you have like an early years center near you or whatever is in your area, um, take advantage of those. Like take advantage of, there's a lot of free early years programs out there across Canada.
Yeah.
Take advantage of those.
Yeah.
No, it's really hard. Um, the first few times that you have to leave your baby. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, there you will, trust me, it gets easier over time. They may
Yeah.
scream their head off for the first 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. My daughter was like my my daughter didn't calm down for, gosh, I would say a month before she calmed down and like enjoyed. But then mommy wasn't actually enjoying. It was a month where they took the kids into one room, and it was actually meant for like um, for women who are single moms on a on a government income. And so they were like teaching us, like they were teaching us stuff that I was like we don't need, like I don't know why I'm being spoon fed this stuff. And
Right,
what
right.
wasn't for me. I loved the ladies that I met there, but it was, but did it. I went because then Maddie was going to interact with other kids and get used to not
Mm,
being around me. So sign up for those, even if they're like where you're still in the room, but they're doing things with other people. Start with that, and then. But I want to say this, Anita. I think it's really important to give yourself grace. You're a mom, and priority number one is your baby.
yeah, yeah,
On way down the list is your whatnot business,
yeah,
because the whatnot's going to, if you just keep yourself active, even if it's sporadic, if you keep yourself active when you are ready, when, even if that's when it's kindergarten time, um,
yeah,
when you are ready, you'll be able to take your business where you want to go. So just keep doing shows when you can,
yeah,
and give yourself that permission and grace to be a mom first, because that's more important than anything else. And
yeah,
for anyone out there who has similar struggles and keeps hearing, you need to be consistent, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, no, no. I have like a top three things. So it may be that you have an inconsistent health, or you may have been like, you may be like I was, which was a caregiver to an old my mother who had dementia. Loki, for the love of God, or a caregiver to a dog who likes to bark at everything. Um, and I couldn't be consistent, but I just stuck with doing whatnot shows when I could. And then once I could start being more consistent, then I was. So give yourself that permission and grace to just do what you can now and focus on your family first. Because also, all the moms in the room will tell you they grow up way too freaking fast, and
I
are
know.
going to, you're going to blink and miss it. So don't, it's tough being a mom. It's it
Yeah,
especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, it is tough. It Don't let anyone fool you that it isn't tough. It is not
yeah,
easy, and you just need to give yourself permission and grace to do what you can when you can. And you know what? If like for 5 days straight you can't even get into the shower, that's okay too.
we've
That
all been there.
dry shampoo
Yeah.
was, and that's why they invented it. In my day, it was talcum powder. You would put talcum powder in your hair,
Oh.
rub it out. We didn't have the fancy spray and everything. We just had talcum powder. I always wondered why my grandmother and my aunts always had talcum powder on their, but talcum powder was for everything. You do it under your
Mm.
boobs and your arms, and then in your hair. I didn't understand that. But anyways, so give yourself grace. You are doing great. You're just starting on whatnot. You've got a long journey ahead of you. Just do what you can, and don't, if 6 months from now, like I asked 6 months because that's kind of like, the 6 month goal. But if it's really 6 years from now, where do you want to give yourself a longer timeline to build your business, and not be like putting any pressure on you, and don't let me put any pressure on you to go, then you can, because babies come first.
Yeah.
Babies.
Everyone's timeline is different, you know? Like, I think the biggest part about like becoming a mom is like understanding that like I've had to make so many sacrifices career-wise, like because being in media is just and having a small baby is like it's impossible to do both without daycare.
Yeah.
And I really it was such a big priority. And I was lucky enough that like um I could stay home with my son for the first like few years and um but even now like now that he's 2 I still like I don't want to put him in daycare, but I can't really go after like my career. Like when you're in the beginning of your radio career or your news career, you're working like 2
Yeah.
a.m. Like there's the people that you see like 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, or just the weekends. Those are like people who have been in an industry for like 30 plus years, and they're like the top people. And so when you're starting, you're getting like the midnight hours, or they're sending you to like 3 hours away to cover like some kind of like carnival in
Yeah.
like some small town. Like they're not, you're
For your
not getting
and
home in time for lunch or dinner. So
yeah.
uh yeah, I've had to make so many sacrifices in that way. And I'm okay with that because that's something I chose, and I have accepted that. So even with Whatnot, it's more like I'm not putting that much pressure on myself. Like I'm so happy being a mom, and but it's I do think it's so important to be a mom and also have stuff you're doing for yourself.
Yeah.
So although I'm not able to do maybe my radio stuff and my the news and the journalism stuff, I'm able to do Whatnot and connect with people still and do my podcast on my own whenever I can, and just still filling your cup. And I think that's what Whatnot is like. 90% of it is what it means to me is like it's filling my cup. Like I'm giving so much to my son, my husband, my family, that I need something for myself that fills my cup. And
Yeah.
that's what Whatnot does for me. And that's just what I'm focusing on
I love
right
that.
now.
I love that.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah, because I always talk about like I have a sign that I haven't had in my background for a while, but it says community. No, sorry, consistency, community, creativity. Those are like my top three C's. And I actually ended up with six C's at one point, but my top three C's are um, consistency, if you can do it. If you can't do it, community, which you're doing, and
Yeah.
creativity, which you're also doing.
Yeah.
So you do not have to have all the C's in order to be successful in Whatnot. Again, there is no one way to Whatnot. There is like there's 500 million ways to Whatnot. And the more Whatnot grows, there's going to be more businesses that are going to pop up, and they have different ways to Whatnot. Um, so do what you can when you can, and I think you've got the right idea. Rachel Surti says community is amazing. Love, love, love everyone on. Yeah, it's the community, especially the Canadian community. I mean, shout out to the Americans as well. I love you guys, but the Canadian community has been so beyond supportive. We are the holding the door open for people. Like that vibe, right? You know, when we hold the
Yeah.
door open for someone who's like 20 yards away and it's going to take them 10 minutes to get to you, but you still stand there holding the damn door open. That's the vibe Whatnot is in Canada. It's like, hey,
Absolutely.
fines. Um, Thriving Thrift says consistency can be different for every person, whether it's one show a week or two or more. Do what serves you best. Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Um, and oh, Mylene says, this totally resonates with me. Thanks, Anita. How this app fills my cup as a sometimes feeling depleted mama. I love that.
For sure. For sure.
Um, so um, what kinds of items are you hoping to bring to future shows on Whatnot?
I would love to bring I so I have such a love for um stuff from different parts of the world. Like I love finding like unique parts, like things from different parts of the world. So I had such a my first jewelry show I did a while ago, and I had a lot of my jewelry that I collected from India, from I'm from Bangladesh, I'm Bangladeshi. So like I had a lot of like Bangladeshi jewelry, and and I wasn't sure like how people would if people would like it or not, because it's like it's unique and it's like but people loved it, like, like, a lot of people bought I didn't think anyone would buy, like, ankle, like, bells and stuff like that that
Love
is
the
very are common. Yeah, there's
bell.
more common in that side of the world, but, yeah, so I would love to curate more, like, eclectic things, from different parts of the world and bring that almost like, I would love to do, like, a show where it's just, like, items like the worldly items, because I
Mm,
love vintage and I love clothes and I love jewelry, vintage stuff, like I love that always. But I also really love like different things from different parts of the world. So I would love to have like some specific shows dedicated to maybe just a curation of stuff from across the world. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I used to
Yeah.
do a long time ago now, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, actually. I'm old. I did a lot of outreach into communities like the Muslim community and the Sikh community. Went to Hindu temples, the whole 9 yards. I did a lot of that for politics, and I still have
Cool.
a section of clothes. It doesn't fit me anymore because I'm like a lot bigger now, but I can't. I don't want to get rid of them because I love them so much. I love them so much, and folks, if you haven't tried on, ladies, if you haven't tried on a salwar kameez, where it's like the most, it's like formal pajamas. It feels
Yeah.
freaking comfortable, and you look so gorgeous. The cut is flattering as far as I'm concerned, no matter what shape you are. I mean, if I still had stuff that fit me, I'd be able to live in it. It's like the embroidery work, like and this is like hand done stuff, like a lot of it that I see, like because when I go vintage shopping, I do try and look for pieces in the international section, hoping that something's going to be my size. And there's some really awesome vintage um,
Oh yeah.
that you can find from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Tamil. There's some gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff that's vintage that's now like people are clearing out their grandmother's closet and sending that stuff to Goodwill. It's like, why are you taking?
I
But take
know.
it. It's just grandma's never in my size. I need this.
I'll try
um
and find some for you. Yeah, because
yeah,
I love like embroidery and I love like block prints, like the hand block prints that people do back home. Oh, it's just so stunning. I love that stuff. So I would love to bring some of that to my
and the
shows here
African
too.
prints. I love the African prints too, the bold East
Yeah,
colors and um
beautiful.
like there's so much out there in the world that we're boring as hell, man.
No,
We're
I just
just
love that fashion can connect people, you know what I mean? Like I just love that you can be so from different parts of the world and just art is like a universal language and I
yeah,
just love that. That to me is just like I can connect with so many people just based on my love for art and uh yeah, I just it's something we can all just share. I love that.
I love that too. And Rachel Thrifty says, I'm looking for something with Edelweiss flowers from Germany. If anybody ever sees any,
Ooh,
Rachel
okay.
looking for it. I love that. Um, so if somebody was if somebody so someone's watching today, whether they're watching now or they're going to be watching later on YouTube, and they're watching you right now and they're thinking about starting on Whatnot. Ooh, Print Condition does block printing. I love that. Everyone,
Ooh.
if someone watching today is thinking about starting on Whatnot, what would you tell them right now, um, as advice?
I would tell them, go for it, do it. Like everyone is so nice, so welcoming, especially if you're like selling in Canada, the Canadian whatnot community will just welcome you with open arms. So don't be nervous. Just literally just like have whatever you want to be selling and um, go live and just don't even overthink it. Just go ahead and just do it. Just do your first time and just see how it feels, see what you like, and you'll learn as you go.
Yes, I
Yeah.
totally agree. And as Thriving Thrift says, as Nike put it, just do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you do have a
Yeah.
question for Anita or a question in general, seller question, feel free to ask it now. We'll be going to Melody in just a few minutes. Um, she's going to let me know when she's ready to go. If I missed it, let me know. But usually she says boobs, so I see it. Uh, if anyone's wondering, if you type in boobs, it normally red chats it so that only the moderators and the host can see it. So can you tell people where people can find you and your upcoming shows?
Yeah, so I'm doing a show today at 1. So for Fashion Friday, so that one's coming up. And you can follow me on Instagram at Anita Loves Vintage. That's my Instagram. I'm gonna try and be more consistent on there. Um, and I do have a show scheduled tomorrow, and it's like a Y2K clear out show. And I've been having that scheduled, and but hopefully I can just do it tomorrow because there's also that thing going on tomorrow with the
Yes,
0% commission. So
zero
I'm gonna
percent.
try. Yeah,
That saves you $8 on every $100 you sell. So you
yeah.
still pay payment processing fees. I notice on Facebook people are like, are you, how much commission am I going to have to pay? It's like zero commission, but still two. Okay, thank you, Melody. Love you. Um, so and what can you tell people, buyers, about what the kind of things that you're going to be bringing into your show today, so that they can get all excited and bookmark your show? Everyone should be following Anita. Let me just hit announce.
Today there's gonna be some blazers, some really nice blazers, stuff ready for like spring stuff. So just some light jackets, blazers, some like flowy pants and dresses, like spring stuff. Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
Okay, so Melody is going on. So last last bit of advice that you want to give, or any comments that you want to make before we raid over?
No, I just thank you so much for having me. Like it means so much to me that you just took out the time and talked to me. And I love like learning from people like you. And it means so much to me that you took the time with everything going on. It just thank you so much.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for you rearranging your
Thanks.
entire life, and to be able to do this. So I appreciate you. So everyone, please make sure that you're following Anita Hassan and bookmarking her show today at 1 o'clock. The conversation with Anita doesn't finish here. She's donating more of her time. Bless you. And we're going to be raiding into Melody now, and Melody is going to co-host Anita and continue the conversation. So stay on board. Don't go anywhere. And it also, because sometimes there's giveaways. So I don't do giveaways very often, but she does. Okay, thank you again, Anita. I love you.
Thank you so
I have to
much.
find Melody on here. Oh my gosh, I got everybody but Melody being suggested to me. Nope, she's not on yet. Not yet. Okay, all right. Another question. Another question. Um, uh, what has been your favorite item that you've sold so far? See, I always have backup questions.
My
Oh, now
favorite
she.
item that I've sold so far. I think my favorite item maybe that I sold so far was this like um long leather trench that I've like was
Ooh,
hoarding for. Yeah, it was vintage from Korea. Like it was so stunning, and it was too long for me because I'm only 4'11". I'm so short, but I just kept holding on to it. I was like, no, 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 and then eventually I was like, no, someone deserves to actually wear this out because it's so stunning. Yeah, so that I think that was my favorite time.
I love that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that would look amazing. That would look amazing. Okay, thank you
Yeah.
again, Anita.
Thank you
Everybody,
so much.
we're gonna go in and chat with Melody now. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I've got banking stuff to do today, so I had to move my selling show today. Tomorrow I will be on with the seller chat for sure. I will be doing the seller chat, which is how to promote your whatnot business on social media. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Love
Same.
you guys. Thanks again, Anita. Bye for
Thanks
now.
so
Let's
much.
go and say what emoji are we going to put in the chat?
Let's
What
do the pink heart.
pink hearts? Pink hearts, everybody. Okay, pink hearts in the chat when we get to Melody. Love you guys.